Hello, Facebook Live. Marcus here. What's happening, everybody? It is Thursday. It's a burger day at Aroma Time. $9.99 burgers tonight. Sorry I'm late on my live today. It's been a super busy day again. Just here at the restaurant. Got a lot of new stuff in that we're selling right now. I want to talk about a couple new things that we are selling here at the restaurant as far as grocery items. Our grocery, folks, if you didn't know, our grocery items have taken over. Really, the kitchen's still open and we're still cooking out of the kitchen, but our grocery sales are getting a bit large right now, which is fantastic. We are doing pickup curbside. You can come in and you can check in the store here and see everything that we've got, rocking and rolling. I'm going to show you a couple new ingredients we have on today. And we can also deliver to. We can deliver to a couple different areas. They're on our emails. If you're getting our emails, all that information is on there. I can't overload our delivery routes right now just because this is all new to us. So this is all like in beta testing, so to speak. So we will go to Newburgh, we will go to Middletown, Monroe, things like that, Kingston, Northern New Jersey as well. You have to be on our email list and get all the information from there and check that out. So here we go. Couple new things in. Apple cider vinegar is back in stock from Dwight Miller Orchards in Vermont. This is organic apple cider. And he's from Vermont. We've been using his, he's in transition to organic. So he's in transition organic, which means they have stopped spraying, stopped doing anything, and you have to wait 3 years to get an official certification. So transition to organic, it's apple cider vinegar, it's raw, it's unfiltered, the mother's in there, it's got all the good stuff. Now, sometimes when you go to the store, by the way, I don't know what this is $9.99, by the way. It comes in a glass bottle, and it comes in a quart container, quart glass bottle, really nice. So some people say, "Oh, Marcus, apple cider's in the store," and I've done this for many years. People say, "Oh, apple cider's in the store," I have apple cider vinegar, Marcus. It's Heinz. And folks, if you have apple cider vinegar at home, there's a good chance that you might have bought apple cider flavored vinegar. All right, it is really inexpensive. You can go to any store, you can get Heinz. There's a couple other brands out there. Read it very carefully. A lot of people just aren't in the mode to read the ingredients or the labels very carefully. So what they do with apple cider flavored vinegar is they take normal distilled vinegar, acetic acid basically, add water to it, stretch it down so it doesn't kill you because acetic acid is deadly. They break it down, they water it down, and then they add some of this stuff to it. Or they add, let's see if I can find a quick ingredient list of what they exactly add. There actually might be some real, here we go. Ingredients: distilled vinegar, grain, natural flavor with caramel color, diluted with water, and that's it. This is Heinz apples, a fancy label, by the way. If you look at it, it looks really nice. It has like all the fruits and vegetables on there. It says Heinz. Apple cider flavored vinegar. There's a difference between apple cider flavored vinegar and the real deal. If you can make this at home, by the way, and it's a relatively easy process to make apple cider vinegar at home. You would take apples and chop them up. You would put them into water, enough water. You'd add some sugar to it, and that would help with the fermentation process because the sugar is going to create the yeast or feed the yeast. It's going to feed the yeast just like for beer or something. So you have to have a fermentable in there. And then you want to make sure the apples are covered. Then you want to cover it with a cheesecloth. Put it in a dark place for so many days. You want to stir it every day and stir it and make sure that you're stirring. And once the apples are on top, once they start the fermentation process, you want to make sure they're covered so they don't rot. Difference between fermenting and rotting. Two totally different processes. If you were to rot cabbage, you wouldn't eat it. If you were to ferment cabbage, it would be called sauerkraut. That's the difference. So you want to ferment them. And then all of a sudden, when the fermentation process starts, the apples will actually drop down into the bottom of your jar. And that will be a sign that it's getting ready or that it's done. And then from there, you can strain the apples out and put it back in there, and then again have the fermentation keep happening and make out all out apple cider vinegar. So that's basically how apple cider vinegar is made versus the apple cider flavored vinegar. All right, a couple new ingredients in. We have these large cans of Native Harvest coconut milk. They're $19.99. Certified organic. It's the same coconut milk that we've been using here for years. Native Harvest. And again, I didn't change the angle on here. So let me just mirror the image so you can actually read the labels. Let's see here. Boom, there we go. Now can you read what I'm holding up? There you go. Native Harvest. Certified organic. All right, so thanks everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Got a couple more things to talk about, but if you're tuning in live, drop a comment, #live, or if it's on the replay, #replay. Gloves, I spoke the other day about how our sources for gloves are drying up, literally drying up. I had one vendor that says it's a global shortage supply. We have no idea when our gloves are coming back, and I've been able to buy gloves from them on a consistent basis. I was able to get 5 cases of gloves this week, so we're still giving out gloves. If you come in here, no purchase necessary, we will give you free gloves, all right? Right now, we're giving out vinyl gloves. We might go back to latex gloves. If you want, we can actually sell you gloves. We have boxes of gloves here when you walk in that we can actually sell you, but we're not trying to sell you gloves. We're trying to give you gloves to be safe, all right? So that's the story with that. The new beer here is, by the way, this is I can't really show the labels yet because it's a surprise this week. We've got some really awesome beers. When these got delivered just now, the delivery driver was like, you're getting like some really awesome IPAs here. He goes, how'd you get all this stuff? And he goes, you must know somebody, you must have connections to get what you just got on this load here. A couple weeks ago we did Heady Topper and we did Focal Banger in a mixed pack. Last week was awesome. By the way, last week I have 1 4-pack left, or 2 4-packs left from last week. They're $19.99. As soon as those 4-packs are sold, I will announce what's there, give you a quick glimpse of what is in these. They're different than last week, different than the week before. Got some really awesome beers, some beers that's really hard to get a hold of. And again, the driver was like, man, oh man, somebody hooked you up big time with those beers right there. A couple other new things that we're bringing in, or that we brought in. You can now buy organic raisins. They come in these bags. Organic raisins, steam pasteurized walnuts, no chems, no chemical pasteurization. And the walnuts, these are packed in bags, and chocolate, cacao. Let me just turn the camera here. So there's our walnuts, there's the raisins, and there's cacao powder. So if you need chocolate, nice chocolate powder right there. It comes in a 1 pound sealable bag. Avocados are getting low. Bartlett pears, red Bartlett pears, local apples, some pastas, some spoffolini. Local onions just came back in today from Hepworth and Dagley Farms. Avocados, organic tomatoes. Tuna in the pouch right here. This is albacore tuna. This is the tuna that we've been preaching for so long. I've been preaching for so long that that I talk about. The pole-caught tuna from the Pacific Northwest that we use to make our tuna dish with. That's it right there in the can form. It's in a pouch. That's what you make tuna fish with. The lowest mercury fish tuna out there, hands down, the safest tuna. I always talk about that tuna. We're still planting trees. Granger vodka, that's our certified organic house vodka that we use. This vodka, if you buy a bottle, we will plant a tree. That's our organic program that we do with tree planting. We are out of the bourbon rum cream. Jamie, did you order more of the bourbon rum cream? Ooh, Jamie ordered more. We're selling a case of this stuff a week. It is like awesome stuff. Just in yesterday, some products from Core Spirits from Harvest. Our buddy Derek up there near Hudson, New York. So we got a bunch of really cool things here, a bunch of cool things happening. Again, free gloves, free water, free ionized water to anybody who comes in. Bring your jug, fill it up. Tap beers, half price, everyone but that one. That one's a 3-year-old bourbon barrel-aged beer that is amazing. Everything else, we're kicking kegs. And we do have some kegs that we have some fresh IPA. We have a fresh IPA that we're looking at right now to bring in. There is no IPAs on draft, but you can get your IPA 4-pack, the Bailout Marcus IPA. Quick story on that. A couple weeks ago, Cody, who's our beer guy here, many of you know Cody, he has the beard, works behind the bar. He ordered a bunch of beers. Like, Marcus, I can get this awesome beer. You think we can sell it? And I'm like, yeah, order it. And all of a sudden it comes in, and I got the sales, the delivery guy here, all of a sudden saying, well, here's the invoice. I'm looking at the invoice. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't want to spend this much while all this stuff's going on. But I didn't want to turn away the beer. So I went online asking for your help to to bail me out because as soon as Jamie saw the invoice, she was like, "Why'd you buy all this beer?" And I said, "Okay, I'll unload it really cheap. This beer, super cheap. Let's just make a couple bucks on it. Let's put it out there in $19.99. It had Heady Topper in it, and a Fogelbanger, and a couple other beers, Juice Bomb, and we sold out in a day like that." And so Jamie goes, "That was a really good idea." That sort of transpired from this. Let's see what beers we can get next week. And again, we repeated the process, and we've almost sold about 1 4-pack on that. And so we're now repeating the process for the 3rd week in a row. We're repeating this process of buying 4 awesome fresh IPAs in cans, making a mixed 4-pack out of it, and $19.99 takes it home for you. That's it, $19.99. And when we open back up, we're probably going to do something similar to that as well, because it's been so well received. As long as you keep buying that beer, we will keep doing that for the time being. So, anything else I'm missing, Jamie?
You said raisins.
Raisins, walnuts.
Tonight is burger night.
Burger night tonight.
We have some bread alone bread still.
Bread alone delivered yesterday. Fresh bread yesterday. The whole restaurant smelled like a bakery. It was awesome. Fresh bread came in today. We have an order coming in tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that bread alone shows up tomorrow. And we're waiting for more Reggiano cheese to come back in stock. The amount of Reggiano cheese we're selling is insane right now, like insane. We've literally gone through Reggiano wheels, by the way, are those huge 86-pound hunks of wheels of cheese that come from Italy, from a real Emilia Romagna. 86 pounds is a whole wheel. We've probably sold 3/4 of a wheel of cheese in the last 6 weeks. What I'm going to buy today is probably going to finish up that whole wheel of cheese. So we're selling a lot of Reggiano. And people keep telling me, "Marcus, the reason you're selling it is because it's awesome cheese, but the other reason is because you're blowing it out at such an amazing price." I think it's what, $12.99, Jamie? $12.99 a pound for Reggiano, the real deal Reggiano from Italy. People are saying, "Marcus, if I were to buy this in Arthur Avenue in the Bronx, or if I go to the store to buy this, it's like $19.99 a pound, $22.99 a pound." They go, "This is the cheese." Why you're selling tons of it. So we're trying to keep all of our prices at a reasonable price. So for example, yesterday somebody goes, "I want a pound of chia seeds, organic chia seeds." That's not something we stock. I said, "Okay." I did a quick internet search. I saw it for $22. I saw it for $19.99. I looked at what it would cost me wholesale, and I said, "Okay, $16 takes it." You know, because I want to be very fair to everybody. I want to offer good value, healthy food, and want you free ionized water and free gloves as a community service. So that's sort of how we price things. I can't beat every price in the grocery store. I just can't, because we're not a grocery store. I'm still providing a convenience here, and sometimes there's a price on convenience. But if I can save you money, that's the name of the game. So we're both happy. I understand that now financially for a lot of people, and eating healthy is still super important. All right, folks, I got to rock and roll. I got to go. Talk to everybody later. Stay tuned. Jamie's happy hour at 4 o'clock-ish.